The arena in Bratislava hums with electric anticipation, the air thick with the roar of thousands packed into the stands for OKTAGON 77. Spotlights slice through the haze, casting a dramatic glow over the cage where tonight's women's flyweight clash is set to unfold. Slovakia's Veronika "Sweetheart" Smolkova, a hometown hero with a 6-3 record, strides toward the octagon, her eyes burning with quiet intensity. Known for her pinpoint striking and relentless grappling defense, she's the #1 contender in the division, a fighter who thrives under pressure. The crowd erupts, waving Slovak flags as she shadowboxes, her movements crisp, her focus unshakable. Smolkova's journey has been one of grit. Years of training in kickboxing and wrestling, honed in gyms across Eastern Europe, have molded her into a versatile threat. Tonight, she's not just fighting for a win, but for her nation's pride. Her opponent, Ana Carolina Araujo, enters next, a 19-year-old phenom from Brazil making her octagon debut. With a 3-2 record, Araujo's youth belies her ferocity. A jiu-jitsu specialist with a knack for explosive takedowns and a granite chin, she's a wild card who's faced tough regional competition in Brazil. Her entrance is all energy. She bounces to the cage, a Brazilian flag draped over her shoulders, her grin radiating confidence. The crowd, though favoring Smolkova, gives Araujo a respectful cheer, recognizing the courage it takes to step into enemy territory. This is a classic matchup, Smolkova's technical mastery against Araujo's raw, unpredictable aggression. The stakes are high. Smolkova aims to cement her path to a title shot, while Araujo looks to shock the world in her first octagon appearance. The announcer's voice booms, cutting through the noise. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to OKTAGON 77's feature fight in the women's flyweight division. In the red corner, fighting out of Bratislava, Slovakia, with 6 wins, 3 by knockout, the striking sensation, Veronika "Sweetheart" Smolkova. And in the blue corner, making her octagon debut from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, with 3 wins, 2 by submission, the jiu-jitsu prodigy, Ana Carolina Araujo. The arena shakes with cheers, the Slovak fans chanting Smolkova's name while pockets of Brazilian supporters wave flags for Araujo. The referee, a seasoned official with a no-nonsense demeanor, calls the fighters to the center. "Protect yourself at all times, follow my commands, no illegal strikes," he says sharply. Smolkova nods, her stance low and balanced. Araujo bounces lightly, her eyes locked on her opponent. They touch gloves, a fleeting gesture of respect, and retreat to their corners. The bell rings for round 1, and the cage becomes a battlefield. Smolkova moves first, circling left with fluid footwork, her hands high, ready to strike or defend. Araujo, undaunted, charges forward, her aggression immediate as she shoots for a double-leg takedown. Araujo's wasting no time. The commentator shouts, voice crackling with excitement. She wants this on the mat. Smolkova, prepared, sprawls with textbook precision, her hips heavy as she shuts down the attempt. She counters with a sharp knee to Araujo's midsection, the thud echoing through the arena. The crowd roars as Araujo pops back up, unfazed, her eyes flashing defiance. She circles right, snapping a low kick that smacks Smolkova's lead leg, leaving a faint red mark. Smolkova, unruffled, responds with a jab-cross combo, her punches crisp and measured. The cross clips Araujo's chin, forcing her to reset. Smolkova's striking is surgical, the second commentator notes. She's controlling the range early. Araujo, refusing to be outdone, feints a takedown, trying to disrupt Smolkova's rhythm. The Slovak doesn't bite, keeping her distance and landing a teep kick to Araujo's body that pushes the Brazilian back. Araujo answers with a looping overhand right, but Smolkova slips it, her head movement silky, and counters with a leg kick that stings Araujo's thigh. The crowd chants "Smolkova" as the pace heats up. Araujo, sensing she's losing the striking battle, dives for another takedown, this time grabbing a single leg. Smolkova's balance shines. She hops on one foot, refusing to go down, and hammers short punches to Araujo's temple. The Brazilian powers through, driving Smolkova against the cage in a clinch. "This is Araujo's wheelhouse," the commentator says. "She's strong in the grind." The fighters trade knees in close quarters, Smolkova targeting the body while Araujo hunts for a trip. Smolkova reverses position with a slick hip toss, slamming Araujo's back to the fence. The crowd surges as Smolkova unleashes a flurry of short elbows, forcing Araujo to cover up. The Brazilian breaks free with a burst of energy, circling back to the center, but her face shows the strain of Smolkova's pressure. Back in open space, Smolkova keeps the heat on, She lands a vicious body kick that draws a wince from Araujo, followed by a spinning back fist that grazes the Brazilian's guard. Araujo, undeterred, fires back with a wild left hook that misses but signals her refusal to back down. The clock ticks down in round 1 and Smolkova's dominance is clear. She's outstriking Araujo and stuffing every takedown attempt. Araujo shoots again, desperate to change the narrative, but Smolkova sprawls and spins to take the Brazilians back, ending the round with a flurry of punches from top position. The bell sounds and the arena erupts. "What a statement from Smolkova," the commentator exclaims. She's shutting down Araujo's game completely. In the corners, coaches bark instructions. Smolkova's team urges her to keep the pressure on, while Araujo's corner implores her to mix up her attacks and avoid Smolkova's counters. Round 2 begins, and Araujo comes out with renewed fire, her youth driving her forward. She lands a clean jab that snaps Smolkova's head back, drawing a trickle of blood from the Slovak's nose. Smolkova wipes it away, smirking, and explodes into action. She closes the distance with a 3-punch combo, jab, cross, hook, that backs Araujo to the cage. "Smolkova's turning it up," the commentator yells. "Those punches are landing with bad intentions." Araujo tries to clinch, but Smolkova's strength prevails. She shoves Araujo off and lands a brutal leg kick that reddens the Brazilian's thigh further. Araujo, grimacing, shoots for a takedown, but Smolkova's sprawl is ironclad. This time, Smolkova transitions to a front headlock, threatening a guillotine choke. Araujo, showing her jiu-jitsu chops, slips out and scrambles to her feet, but the effort costs her. Smolkova pounces, landing a straight right to the body, then an uppercut that rocks Araujo's chin. The crowd is deafening, sensing a finish. Araujo, tough as nails, fires back with a spinning elbow that clips Smolkova's shoulder. But the Slovak's momentum is unstoppable. Smolkova presses Araujo against the cage again, unloading body shots that sap the Brazilian's energy. Araujo's breathing grows labored, her movements slowing. Smolkova switches levels, securing a takedown of her own and landing in half guard. From there, she rains down elbows, one catching Araujo's forehead and opening a cut. Blood streaks the Brazilian's face as she bridges desperately, trying to escape. Smolkova's ground and pound is relentless, the commentator shouts. Araujo manages to scramble to her feet, but Smolkova's right there, landing a head kick that whistles past Araujo's ear. The round ends with Smolkova controlling the center, Araujo visibly fatigued but still swinging. Between rounds, Araujo's corner works frantically, icing the cut and urging her to go for broke. Smolkova, calm and composed, sips water as her coach praises her control. Round 3 begins and Araujo comes out swinging, her heart on full display. She lands a clean cross that stings Smolkova, drawing a roar from the crowd. "Araujo's not done yet," the commentator exclaims. "This kid's got guts." But Smolkova weathers the storm, clinching to slow the pace and landing a series of knees to Araujo's midsection. The Brazilian shoots again, but Smolkova stuffs it effortlessly, spinning to take Araujo's back once more. On the ground, Smolkova's dominance shines. She transitions to full mount, Araujo bucking beneath her but unable to escape. Smolkova unleashes a barrage of punches and elbows, the referee watching closely. Araujo's guard holds, but her energy is fading fast. Smolkova stands, waving Araujo up, and the Brazilian obliges, her legs heavy. In the final minute, Smolkova seals her performance with a flurry, jab, cross, leg kick, that backs Araujo across the cage. A final takedown has Smolkova in top position again, riding out the clock with ground and pound. The bell rings and the arena explodes in cheers. Both fighters, exhausted but respectful, touch gloves. The judges' scores are unanimous. 30-27, 30-27, 30-26 for Smolkova. "Your winner by unanimous decision, Veronica Sweetheart Smolkova," the announcer booms. The crowd chants her name as she raises her arms, soaking in the moment. Araujo, bloodied but unbowed, nods in respect. Her debut a valiant effort. In the post-fight interview, Smolkova takes the mic. "On as a warrior. It was